Thank you, Madam Toastmaster.
4, 5, 6.
I am a problem solver. Reason and logic have served me well in my career, in my studies of physics, and in most other aspects of my life. When it comes to my 3-year-old and 1-year-old, they haven't served me quite as well. For example, last night I was giving my son some orange juice, and he started to break down crying. I said, "What's the matter?" He said, "I want it in the purple cup." I said, "Well, it tastes the same in both cups." It's the same one. It has to be in the purple cup. So logic, no good. When dealing with a wife who's calling you upset, crying because her mom told her that God spoke to her and that we need to get married in the church, logic was out the window there. I just let that one go. It was not going to be a problem that I could solve. But most other areas, icebreaker included, I use logic and reason to help me along. When it came to the icebreaker, you can see that my title was, "It's better to be lucky." Well, that was one solution to my problem of what am I going to tell people that I've never met about me that's going to help them understand me and understand the relationship that I hope to have with you all over the next couple of years. And I decided that wasn't a perfect solution. So this is the speech you're getting instead. I want to talk to you today about the problem that I have and that I hope you can help me solve. My problem is that I'm not a very good storyteller. Growing up in my house, there weren't any storytellers in my family. The conversations at dinner were workplace anecdotes, neighborhood gossip, family gossip, that kind of stuff. I had grandparents that were distant relations, but nobody was a real true storyteller. I didn't come across that art form until I was in high school. I had a professor in high school. He was just a teacher. His name was Mr. Schulin. Mr. Schulin taught physics, and he was not your stereotypical physics professor. He was barrel-chested, he had a booming voice, he had his scruffy beard, and he was the teacher in the whole school that if there was a fight, he appeared out of nowhere. He was breaking up fights. He was getting in the middle of it. And he was a baseball coach. He would teach you how to throw a curveball, even though we weren't allowed to, or how to throw a knuckleball. So he was also the one that was telling amazing stories, nothing to do with physics, but they were just amazing. And people would hate to miss his class, not because of what they would miss in the class, not the physics material, but they would feel awful if they missed that Schulin story, because who knows what kind of adventure he might have talked about, whether he was going to Mount Everest or a plane ride that he took once where everybody got sick because it was so turbulent. I mean, these are stories that made a 90-minute physics class fly by. And he inspired me in a lot of ways. Obviously, I studied physics, both undergraduate and graduate degrees. But he also inspired me to want to tell stories. I'm not a great storyteller. I once told somebody in a conversation, words out of my mouth, I'm not a good talker. I don't even know, besides the grammatical implications of that, I'm not a good talker. I get lost in a story. I miss my point. Well, where was I going with that? Well, why did I even start the story? So I really hope that I can improve those skills here, and I hope that with all of you here and our relationship over time, that we can solve this problem together. And maybe it'll be logic and reason that guide me along the way. Maybe it'll be some untapped potential of emotion that I can glean from you, how to get more involved in my story, how to display passion to my audience. It's not something I'm strong with, but I think with the people I see here, Chance Sue, you're my reason and logic guy, I can tell that already. Other members, Monique, touched me with one of your stories earlier already, emotionally, so I'm really excited to be here at Toastmasters with you, and I thank you in advance for helping me solve my problem of becoming a better storyteller. Thank you.